The Shek Report with Dave Damashek reporting.
Damashek here. Happy Thanksgiving. Even to you, Ravens. Week 11 is in the books, so let's get right to it. Just remember, players and coaches, don't get angry at me if I call your name. Ultimately, I didn't do this to you. You did this to you. Let it begin! At number 5, those Jags uniforms last Thursday night. A lot of people out there are calling them the worst of all time. Nah, they could have been worse. What if they'd had actual Jaguar spots on them? Or they could have used Jacksonville's other color, teal. Blech, especially against the Titans' powder blue. Or they could have had uniform babies with the Jets get-ups from 2 Thursdays ago, which I believe is how Notre Dame arrived on its costumes for last Saturday night. At number 4, Matt Ryan's pick 6, which wins the award for the worst throw ever of the week, and maybe of the year. Seriously, I've looked at this 278 times. How did Ryan not see DeQuell Jackson there? Excuse me, DeQuell. Your little Jedi mind tricks might be working on someone like Ryan, but the force is strong in this one. No dice. At number 3, speaking of large football men blocking one's line of sight, KC defensive tackle Dontari Poe, who on Sunday became the heaviest player in NFL history to score a TD. Great stuff, but it did obscure a play by Colts offensive lineman Joe Wrights that provided a rainbow of human emotions. See here, Wrights catches Hasselbeck's desperation lateral. Just like the viewing audience, his initial reaction is surprise. Why are you giving me the football? Then he digs deep and makes a great effort. Look at the wiggle he's got. But then, just before he reaches the glorious first down, he slides. No, Joe. You let us all down. Now it's time for Shoulders of Greatness, presented by Head & Shoulders. This week we honor the 3 best names in football right now: Samaje Perine, Joplo Bartu, and So-So Jamabo. I mean, any of those names could be characters in the new Star Wars movies. In fact, I feel like this guy should be named Joplo Bartu. And while we're talking names, shout out to the Falcons' Patrick DeMarco on his 2 touchdowns on Sunday. He's undoubtedly now the best NFL running back named DeMarco. At number 2, dabbing. Listen, no one supports football players' right to show joy for successfully playing the game of football than I do. I was delighted to see Niners v. Seahawks on the Week 11 schedule because it reminded me of this. Good for you, T.O. Likewise, in my mind, Packers and Vikings equals Randy Moss doing this. Not disgusting at all. And I, of course, celebrate Cam's right to celebrate. But not since Tebowing was at its zenith has pro football been so oversaturated by one celebration. Everyone's doing it. Where's the creativity we saw from T.O. and Moss? It's one thing for one guy to do it, but the whole team? And then there's this. When the kicker starts doing it, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over. And that brings me to number 1 in this week's Brown Paper Bag of Shame, which goes to the What Have You Done For Me Lately League. Man, things can go downhill fast in the NFL. Back in January of 2013, Robert Griffin III was coming off maybe the greatest rookie season in history as DC went into the playoffs. Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning were still better than their backups, and Colin Kaepernick was running away from the vaunted Packers D in the stick. Now RG3 and Cap are in pseudo-exile. One thing's for sure, though, the Cap v. RG3 training camp duel is going to make for a lot of fun next August in Philly, or Denver, or Cleveland, or St. Louis. Oops, I mean L.A. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, though, all you shameful out there, take this. It's the Brown Paper Bag of Shame. Till next week, try not to embarrass yourselves. Good catch there, DeQuell.
Shame.